puncher, because Zach's really like kind of a tough guy in real life. He said, just watch it with the punches, okay?
Zach's telling me.
Yeah.
Mike Tyson, one of the most feared heavyweights to ever step into the ring, didn't just knock out his opponents. He left behind stories of rivalries that defined his career and the boxing world. Some of these men pushed Tyson to his limits. Others disrespected him.
It could have been one of them, yeah. Same model, but not the car, yeah.
You gave one to a police officer as a tip, right?
Well, no, I didn't want him to arrest me.
And a few stirred up feuds that still spark debates decades later. These weren't just fights. They were battles built on pride, bad blood, and the hunger to be remembered.
And I don't have no comment to that, you know, because it's negative, and you're being negative, and...
Let's step inside the ring and revisit 6 of Mike Tyson's most hated rivals in boxing history.
Do you remember any of that?
Why isn't it Buster's anniversary? Why it have to be my anniversary? He won. God.
1. Trevor Berbick. When Tyson faced Trevor Berbick in 1986, he wasn't just fighting for the WBC heavyweight title.
Except the right hand of the head that did get in on Trevor Berbick.
He was fighting to prove that the Kid Dynamite hype was real. Berbick, known for upsetting Muhammad Ali in Ali's last fight, wasn't impressed with Tyson's rise. He brushed off the young challenger's ferocity as media buzz. But in that ring, Tyson turned Berbick into the symbol of his arrival. In just 2 rounds, Tyson unleashed power shots that sent Berbick stumbling across the canvas, struggling to stay upright. The final knockdown was almost comical. Berbick tried standing multiple times, but collapsed like his legs refused to obey.
Trevor in trouble, and he's down! He'll have to take the standing 8 count as he steps right up the counts to 4 and 5.
That fight made Tyson the youngest heavyweight champion in history, but it also carried undertones of disrespect. Berbick believed Tyson hadn't earned the spotlight yet. Tyson's demolition wasn't just about the belt, it was personal vengeance against a veteran who dismissed him. 2. Michael Spinks. By 1988, Tyson wasn't just a champion, he was...
This guy's getting ready to fight my guy, my little guy. And he's punching holes in the wall before he goes out to fight.
The baddest man on the planet. But then came Michael Spinks, an undefeated fighter and former light heavyweight king who had moved up to heavyweight. Spinks carried an aura of technical brilliance, and many thought his awkward style could frustrate Tyson. The hype was massive. It was billed as once and for all. Millions tuned in, and Las Vegas buzzed with tension. Tyson, however, saw Spinks as an intruder daring to step into his throne room.
Operative at all. He's not going to stand there and let me just rail.
Spinks, equally stubborn, refused to show fear. But fear didn't need to be shown. It lived in Tyson's fists. In just 91 seconds, Tyson obliterated Spinks with a thunderous right hand. Spinks lay on the canvas, staring up in disbelief. His undefeated record vanished in less than 2 minutes. For Tyson, Spinks was more than an opponent. He was a rival in respect. Spinks was praised as a real boxer, while Tyson was often brushed off as a puncher. That night, Tyson ended the debate in one of the most brutal statements of his career. 3. Buster Douglas. Every empire faces its fall. For Mike Tyson,
it's better for you because guys over 200 pounds are strong early in the fight.
That moment came in Tokyo, 1990, against James Buster Douglas. Douglas wasn't supposed to win. He entered the fight as a 42-1 underdog, and most of the world barely paid attention. Tyson didn't train seriously, spending more time partying than preparing. He expected another quick knockout. But Douglas fought like a man possessed. He jabbed, moved, and stood toe-to-toe with the champion. Tyson looked sluggish, frustrated, and unprepared. In the 8th round, Tyson landed a vicious uppercut that floored Douglas, but the challenger got up. That moment flipped the script. By the 10th round, Douglas unleashed a combination that sent Tyson crashing to the mat for the first knockout loss of his career. The boxing world erupted. Tyson's aura of invincibility was shattered.
Yes, and it was taken by someone in my entourage off the table and given to me in the ring.
Douglas wasn't just a rival. He was the man who exposed Tyson's vulnerability. The hatred Tyson felt wasn't just toward Douglas, it was toward the humiliation of losing his crown in front of the world. 4. Evander Holyfield. If one name defines Mike Tyson's career rivalries,
completely outclassed, he was forced to learn on.
It's Evander Holyfield. Their battles weren't just fights. They were wars that blurred the line between sport and chaos. The first showdown in 1996 shocked the world. Many believed Tyson would crush Holyfield, who had been doubted due to health issues and recent struggles. But Holyfield fought fearlessly. He absorbed Tyson's best shots, countered with his own, and wore down the champion. In the 11th round, Holyfield stopped Tyson in a stunning upset. The rematch in 1997 turned infamous. Dubbed The Sound and the Fury, it devolved into one of the most shocking moments in sports history. Frustrated by Holyfield's rough tactics and headbutts, Tyson snapped. He bit Holyfield's ear, not once but twice.
Lewis coming back in the right hand lands for
ripping a piece of cartilage. Chaos exploded in the ring, the fight was stopped, and Tyson was disqualified. The rivalry went from competitive to savage, cementing its place in boxing infamy.
And come back like I'm some Neanderthal and I can't associate with people, so I had to hit all the mates. And I guess...
Holyfield wasn't just Tyson's rival, he was the man who got under Tyson's skin like no other. 5. Lennox Lewis. By the early 2000s, Tyson's prime had faded, but pride still burned.
An opening for another right hand that sent Ruddock staggering. Lewis jumped on.
His rivalry with Lennox Lewis had brewed for years. They were two heavyweight titans who rose around the same era, yet their fight was delayed by politics, promotions, and Tyson's troubles. The animosity boiled over at a press conference in 2002. Tyson lunged at Lewis, sparking a chaotic brawl. Security and trainers fought to separate the camps, and Tyson was fined heavily. The bad blood was real. When they finally met in the ring, the contrast was clear. Lewis, disciplined and towering, used his jab and reach to control the fight. Tyson, though aggressive early, couldn't break through. In the 8th round, Lewis landed a crushing right hand that sent Tyson down. The referee stopped it. For Tyson, Lewis symbolized everything he despised.
No one kicked you kicked off the show, because nobody else is going to put me on that show as much.
Discipline, patience, and dominance in an era where Tyson had lost his edge.
I never considered that, but I'm gonna do some investigation and whatever I get. You're gonna get your percentage?
It wasn't just a loss, it was a passing of the torch. 6. Mitch Green. Not all rivalries stayed inside the ring. Mitch "Blood" Green had a feud with Tyson that spilled into the streets, literally. Their rivalry began when Tyson beat Green in 1986 by unanimous decision. Green, frustrated with the loss, continued to hound Tyson outside the ring, demanding rematches and stirring up trash talk. But the infamous clash came in 1988 at a New York clothing store. Tyson and Green ran into each other, words were exchanged, and fists soon followed. A brutal street brawl erupted.
Yeah, push me.
No.
Oh man, I'm telling you, that's how I do that in the street.
Nobody here gonna punch you, Mitch.
Green ended up with a swollen eye and a busted face, while Tyson left with a sore hand. The fight became tabloid gold, adding to Tyson's Iron Mike mystique. Unlike his other rivals, Green never beat Tyson in the ring, but their feud remains one of the wildest side stories in boxing history. Mike Tyson's career wasn't just built on knockouts, it was forged through rivalries that pushed him to his limits, exposed his flaws, and etched unforgettable moments into boxing history. From Trevor Berbick's stumble to Buster Douglas's shocking upset, from Holyfield's wars to the street fight with Mitch Green, Tyson's path was lined with rivals who fueled his legend.
That was 30 seconds and I was in bed for a week. And it's not funny because it made me realize that
some brought out his greatness, others brought out his rage. But together, they created the mythology of Iron Mike, a man both feared and human.
He can't hurt me, ain't gonna hurt me, can't beat me, he ain't beat me, he can't beat me.
Both unbeatable and vulnerable. Even today, when fans talk about Tyson, they don't just remember the knockouts. They remember the rivalries that made him larger than life.